Hi everyone, Holly Kirkpatrick here with the Upper Yampa Water Conservancy District. Thanks for returning to our Follow the Flow series where we are exploring tools on the Yampa River Dashboard. Today, I would like to talk about water quality. The important thing to note about water quality is that it is very complicated and we are still in kind of the beginning stages of collecting water quality data. But we can look at our existing water quality data on the Yampa River Dashboard using the Map and Water Quality Explorer. So if we click into there, you can see that this is going to populate a lot of different water quality monitoring locations within our basin. What I want to focus on today is Upper Yampa's water quality monitoring program. And so to make this a little more digestible, I'm going to toggle off other organizations' water quality monitoring sites. So I'm going to select none and then just focus on Upper Yampa's water quality monitoring program by selecting UYWCD. And you can see here that all of our water quality monitoring takes place in the Upper Yampa River Basin. So I'm going to zoom in here so you can see all of the water quality monitoring locations that Upper Yampa Water Conservancy District focuses on. We obviously own and operate both Yamcolo and Stagecoach reservoirs, and so I want to focus on our in-reservoir water quality monitoring today. So we can zoom into Stagecoach, and you can see that we take water samples from a number of different locations within the reservoir. And when you're looking at water quality data in a reservoir specifically, it's important to note that that data is going to change in different locations in the reservoir and at different water depths. So even when you're talking about something like an algae bloom in Stagecoach Reservoir, you may see algae concentrated on one end of the reservoir, and that concentrated algal bloom may be different than what you would see in a different location in the reservoir. So for example, if there were an algal bloom over by the dam at Stagecoach, that could be a different type of cyanobacteria than what you might see in Morrison Cove, for example. So it's important when we're looking at water quality to take samples from a number of different sites and at different water depths within the reservoir. So if we are looking for specific water quality data, let's say around the swim beach at Stagecoach Reservoir, we could click on that site location, click into the water quality map, and you can see all of the things that we are monitoring and testing for at each of those sites. And it is important to note that we are taking samples from different depths within the reservoir too. And this nutrient loading, levels of dissolved oxygen, pH, all of those are going to vary when we're looking at samples from different depths within the reservoir. So dissolved oxygen, for example, is a great example of something that's going to vary significantly within different depths of the reservoir. So the water on top of the reservoir is going to have a lot more dissolved oxygen than the water at the bottom of the reservoir. And this information that you're seeing here is kind of a blend of all of those samples at different depths. So again, you can look at all of the things that we're monitoring for at these different site locations. And if you are interested in looking into that water quality data, you can click on any of these sites. It will pull up everything that we're monitoring there. And then you can find additional information by expanding these tabs for the specific nutrient that you are looking for. That will give you a daily time series and an annual time series. Now, there is a challenge with compiling water quality data. As I mentioned, we're still kind of in the beginning phases of that. So something that's also important to note when you're looking at water quality monitoring sites is the period of record. So this site, for example, has a period of record from 1990 to 2024, but many of the water quality monitoring sites that you might find on this Water Quality Explorer would have a much shorter period of record. So I hope that this is a good introduction to water quality, which again is a very complex issue. And we hope that you'll join us for more Follow the Flow series next week. Thanks.